Happy Thursday. The pitcher report is back, and I got four best bets. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we're back with some more Major League Baseball bets and some research help for you for Thursday, June 29th. Man, is baseball tough or what to bet on? 1 and 2 day. Screw you, Anthony Santander. I cannot believe you didn't get a hit today. The other two guys got it quickly. We'll talk about our bets recap today, but what a day in Major League Baseball. We had history. Domingo Herman throws the 24th perfect game in baseball history. If that doesn't tell you how unpredictable baseball is, I don't know what does. He has been absolutely awful lately. Just awful. And then he throws a perfect game. Guys, I mean, I don't know what else to say. So we can't beat ourselves up. We just got to keep grinding. Baseball is something that we don't know what these pitchers are doing, and bullpen coaches and pitching coaches are doing in between starts. Are they tinkering with something? What they're going to do? It changes everything. But you know what? All we can do is predict what we can. But that was a heck of a performance by Herman and that defense. And he did it in front of 50 fans in Oakland. Congratulations, 50 people saw that. But it brings me to my question. I got to ask you, baseball people, what is more impressive to you, throwing a perfect game or hitting four home runs in a game? I'm really curious. So, hitting four home runs in a game, that has happened 18 times. And then Domingo Herman just threw the perfect game for the 24th time in Major League Baseball history. And don't just answer, well, it's obviously the four home runs. It's only happened 18 times. No, what is more impressive to you? Um, to me, it's a tough one, but I mean, the perfect game to me is probably got to be it. But you know what might be more impressive than both those two is something that happened yesterday that we talked about. How about Shohei, or 2 days ago, Shohei Otani hitting two bombs and then striking out 10 people in the same game? I don't know. You guys let me know. I'm curious to see some comments below. That'll be fun to talk about. But, anyways, also to talk about how unpredictable baseball is, real quick, Zach Davies, one of the worst pitchers in Major League Baseball, shut out the Rays offense. Completely shut them out. The Rays scored 3 runs in the ninth, and that is it. I just I don't know what to say. There's no way anybody could say they predicted that. So, anyways, let's get into it. I got four best bets today. It's a lot of player props. I don't know what happened. It just kind of came to me, and that's what we're going to go with. Why not change it up, anyways? Hitter pitcher matchups. We got the pitcher report. That's right. It is back in our four best bets. That's all I got. By the way, before we dig in, you got to smash that like button. You guys got over 200 last video. We got about 50 new subscribers just in last video yesterday. So thank you guys so much for the support. I cannot thank you guys enough. This is freaking awesome. This journey is a ton of fun. So hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit like, leave a comment below. Let's have some fun. All right, here we go. It's time for the bets recap. There we go. Rays team total over 4.5. Like I said, they couldn't hit Zach Davies. They scored 3 in the ninth and won it 3-2, but that doesn't help me. I needed 5. Over 9 Reds and Orioles. I started out the night by cashing that in the second inning, I believe it was. They had 10 runs in the second freaking inning. I said, you know what? This could be a great day. This could be a sweep. And then Marcus Simeon, first pitch he sees of the game, double. Yandy Diaz, first at bat, single. And then I'm sitting here waiting for Anthony Santander all freaking night on a game that had 18 runs, a ton of hits, and he went 0 for 5 or 0 for 4. I mean, it just was brutal against Luke Weaver. I don't know what else to say, guys. I think they're great reads. Maybe the Rays wasn't. I don't know. It was against Zach Davies, though. But that hitter parlay, I would do that 10 times out of 10. I thought that was a good one. But either way, 1 and 2 day, we're still trying to dig ourselves out of a hole. So let's get it rolling today. Let's start out with those hitter matchups. All right, here we go. I got 7 good hitter matchups, and it starts with Christian Yelich of the Brewers, 11 for 37, 3 home runs versus Mad Max Scherzer. And then we go Bryce Harper of the Phillies, 8 for 25, 1 home run versus Hendricks. And then his teammate Castellanos of the Phillies, 5 for 16, 1 home run versus Kyle Hendricks. Jared Walsh of the Angels, 4 for 10, 1 home run versus Lance Lynn. And then his teammate, you may have heard of him, Shohei Otani, 10 for 21, 3 home runs versus Lance Lynn. And then 2 Guardian players to end it. Ahmed Rosario, 6 for 17, 6 singles versus Zach Greinke. That's thrilling. And then Miles Straw, 5 for 9, 5 singles versus Zach Greinke. So those two have 11 hits combined, and all 11 are singles. So, anyways, that's all we got today. Let's move on to those pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, we got 3 of them for you today. It starts out with Patrick Sandoval of the Angels against the White Sox. White Sox, second highest K percentage versus lefties in the month of June at 29.5%. That's not good. Sandoval is not a huge strikeout pitcher, though. 57 Ks in 75.2 innings. But I included it because of the good matchup. And also, he has 17 strikeouts in his last 17 innings. So he's been a little bit better lately. Take that for what it's worth. Next one, Max Scherzer versus the Brewers. Brewers have the second highest strikeout percentage versus righties in June, and Scherzer 76 Ks in 70.2 innings. He has 8 plus strikeouts in 5 of the last 6 games, by the way. We may talk about Mad Max a little bit later. Taiwan Walker, the last one, versus the Cubs. Cubs, 7th highest K percentage versus righties at 23.8%. Taiwan Walker, 71 Ks in 83.1 innings. It's okay. It's not that great. But his K rate has jumped up lately, and that's kind of why I'm including it. He has 26 strikeouts in the last 26 innings. He has never had more than 3 strikeouts in the previous 5 starts before that. So he's been doing better lately, kind of like Sandoval has. So just wanted to point that out. They have good matchups, and Scherzer obviously is Scherzer. So those are the 3 best pitcher strikeout matchups. Now you know what time it is. It's time for the pitcher report. Okay, here we go. We got 12 games on the slate today. We got the pitcher report here. We have a few big mismatches, as you can tell. We got Musgrove of the Padres, expected ERA of 3.03, and Ortiz got 5.92. It's a good matchup for Musgrove. He has been lights out lately. Other ones, we got some pretty good matchups. Kind of surprising to see Shane Bieber and Zach Greinke pretty close to the same expected ERA this year. Bieber hasn't been quite the same, but no pitcher for the Rays yet, as you can see. A dead heat if you go off expected ERA in that White Sox Angels game. Brandon Pfaadt just got announced for Arizona in that game. He's only thrown 23.2 innings. It has not been pretty for him yet this year. I think he's a rookie, if I remember right. And then Bradford for the Texas Rangers has only thrown 15 innings. I believe a little bit of a bullpen and maybe 2 or 3 starts. So, but that's page one. I know you guys are looking at maybe wanting some strikeouts added to this. So we're looking into that, maybe doing a total strikeouts or maybe a strikeout percentage or something like that. We may add some good strikeouts because I know you guys like that. So, anyways, that's page one. Let's go check out the next 6 matchups we got. And there we go. We got we got a good matchup there in Boston. I think Lazardo and Brian Bello has been actually Bayo, however you pronounce it. He's actually been pretty good. No pitcher yet for the Giants. All the rest have good matchups. Another big advantage here is you got that Dodgers Colorado Rockies game. We're going to talk more about that later. Sheehan is on the mound, the rookie. I know 1.99 expected ERA. He's been dominant, but remember, it's only 12 innings, as you can see there. So, but yeah, some pretty good matchups tomorrow, I think, or later today. I'm pretty excited about it. France and Wainwright. Wainwright is just an absolute just trash can. I mean, he's awful. He's had a hell of a career. I'm not making fun of him. He's old. He needs to retire. He's done. But yeah, those are some good matchups. We got Hendricks for the Cubs. How about a .98 WHIP? Pretty impressive so far for the soft throwing righty. But yeah, that is the pitcher report. Hope you guys like it. Get some good pitcher bets, and hopefully it helps you with whatever it is, team totals or picking a winner of the game or first 5 or anything like that. So if you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. All right, there we go. It is time now for the best bets. The first bet is a nice hitter parlay, and man, have we been getting unlucky. I'm going to win one of these, I promise. I know I will. Here we go. Shohei Ohtani and Jordan Walker, 1+ hit each at -115 on FanDuel. When I first saw this, guys, it was at +110, and I checked back again like 20 minutes later, and it was already at -115. So I gave it out on the Discord Premium. If you see it at -125 already or something like that, I still like it. Or maybe it stays right at -115. But that's the odds we have right before we recorded. Let's start out with Shohei Ohtani. 375 average in the last 15 days, including 8 bombs. What else do I need to say about this freaking guy, guys? He's the man. He's just the best player on planet Earth. 10 for 21 versus Lance Lynn, as you know, like I mentioned earlier in the video. And that's about it. I don't need to say more. He's the man. Next one, Jordan Walker. We had a commenter down below point out that he is on a 16-game hitting streak. I knew he was on fire, but that's pretty impressive. So that's why I'm going with him today too. So here we go, Jordan Walker. Other than the 16-game hitting streak, Nolan Arenado left the game today with back spasms. Why that could potentially help is that might move Jordan Walker up to the 3 or 4 hole. I don't know how they're going to put it exactly with Contreras and Goldschmidt, but he may get an extra at bat. Who knows? But he's hitting 353 the last 15 days, as you can imagine when you're on a 16-game hitting streak. He just had the day off yesterday. He's facing JP France, giving up 20 hits in his last 18.1 innings on the road. So he's been a decent pitcher this year. but on the road, he's given up a decent amount of hits also. So I love Shohei Ohtani and Jordan Walker to continue their absolutely torrid pace they have going on right now. Minus 115 for them to get 1+ hit each. That's right. Now let's move on to game number two. All right, game two takes us to New York. We got Milwaukee Brewers at the New York Mets. Mets money line minus 190, Brewers money line plus 160 with an over under of 8.5 runs. My best bet in this game, it's a same game parlay. Scherzer 7+ Ks and the under 6.5 in the first 5 innings at minus 112 on FanDuel. I know, kind of a weird combo, but I like the bet. Let's start out with Scherzer, guys. From what I just read, he lifted his no trade clause. That's to me says I want out of New York and this awful Mets franchise because they are right now, guys. They have like the highest payroll in the league and they are terrible. I'm not making fun of them that much because I'm a Mariners fan, so I get it. We've been terrible forever. But he wants to pitch well. He wants to be traded. He wants to go to a contender. Wants to win a ring. So he's got motivation. He has 8+ strikeouts, like I said earlier in the video, in 5 of the last 6 games. All we need is 7. Okay. He is facing the Brewers offense, the second highest K percentage versus righties, as I already mentioned in June, at almost 28%. And if you want to go over the whole season, and maybe you think it's just June, no, they have the fourth highest K percentage versus righties over the entire season at 25% K rate. So they're just not good. They strike out a lot. You know it. I know it. I think Scherzer can get to 7 or more. If you want to just take over 7.5 and stick with that, I don't mind it. Like I said, 8+ Ks in 5 of the last 6. The second leg, under 6.5 first 5 innings. Obviously, it's a throw in. I think the real line is 4.5, I believe, 4.5. Scherzer, 7 really good outings out of 10 this year so far, and he's facing the Brewers. I mean, the Brewers, third worst WRC plus and on base percentage versus righties, and bottom 5 in OPS and ISO power. I mean, this team just cannot hit. The Brewers are struggling. And then you got Adrian Hauser on the other side for the Brewers. The Mets are bottom half of the league in pretty much all metrics. So, I mean, we're talking two offenses that are not going to scare you, not anything crazy. But Hauser has given up 1 earned run or less in 5 of his 7 starts. So he's been solid. I think he's got an ERA about 4. I just don't see these two teams combining for 7 or more runs. That just seems like way too many runs. So I love this bet. Scherzer 7+ Ks, under 6.5 first 5 innings. Put it together, you got minus 112 on FanDuel. Let's move on to game number 3. All right, the final game takes us to Coors Field. We got the Dodgers at the Rockies. Dodgers money line minus 200, Rockies money line plus 170 with an over under of a huge 12.5 runs. All right, we're getting weird in this one here. We have two different bets in this game. So first bet, we're going to start out Freddie Freeman 1+ RBI at plus 115. Guys, he's going up against Chase Anderson. So we talked about Chase Anderson like a month ago and talked about how good he was, but he's due for some regression. How about this? Ready for this? 1.31 ERA in May. So far in June, a 10.13 ERA. It's been ugly. This month, he has given up 32 hits in 21.1 innings. In May, he only gave up 15 hits in 20.2 innings. I mean, it's just absolutely bonkers. He went from like being one of the best pitchers in the league for that month. We all knew that wasn't going to last that long. He's not that good of a pitcher. To being maybe one of the worst. I mean, it is crazy. So now we got Freddie Freeman. He is 4 for 14 with a home run off Chase Anderson. It's in Coors Field. We're talking an over under of 12.5 runs for a reason. Freeman has 48 RBIs, and it's in Coors Field, like I said. So, like, you know what I mean? He's obviously going to have some chances. So that's the first one. The second one we have is Will Smith 1+ RBI. That's right, guys. If we just split these two, we still make a little bit of money. So Will Smith 1+ RBI is at plus 100. He has 8 RBIs in the last 12 games, 41 RBIs this season, and again, it's in Coors Field. And did I mention the Dodgers team total is set at 7? Absolutely, just ridiculously high. So let's just say they score 7 runs. I can't imagine Freeman or Will Smith not having anything to do with those 7 RBIs. So that's what I love. Like I said, I like to do these RBI props also in the Discord. If you do like 4 of them and you go 2 and 2, you win money because there's a lot of RBI props that are plus 130. I give out plus 150, things like that. These ones are a little closer to even money, but I really like them. So the first bet, these are not a parlay. Freddie Freeman 1+ RBI. Second bet is Will Smith 1+ RBI. Hopefully they can both drive in some runs and we can get 2 nice winners in this high scoring game. So that's what I got for the final 2 bets. Now let's go to that bets recap page. All right, there it is. Shohei and Jordan Walker 1+ hit each at minus 115. And then we got Mad Max Scherzer 7+ Ks in the under 6.5 first 5 innings in that same game at -112. And then the two RBI props. Why not, right? Baseball is weird. Let's give it a shot. Freeman, 1+ RBI, +110 on FanDuel. And then Will Smith, not the guy who slapped Chris Rock. This is the baseball player, in case you didn't know that. 1+ RBI, +100 on FanDuel. Whoo, baby. There we go. 4 bets today. Thank you guys for watching again. I appreciate all the support. We're going to be back tomorrow with the big Friday parlay that I can't wait for. I want to get a nice winner to end the week. Hope you guys all enjoy the Thursday. I think we got some day baseball, so that'll be fun. And we'll talk to you guys soon.